Hi, good morning to everybody. Good morning to everyone. So, is my voice audible? Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Okay then. So, now let us now start our syllabus. I think in the last class we discussed up to gynoecium in the flower, right? Now let us discuss what is a fruit and what is the basic structure of a seed. Okay, these two things we are going to discuss today, and tomorrow we'll go with the families, just some common examples of different families, and after that we'll go with anatomy of flowering plants. You can stop chat box. Okay, now listen to me carefully. So, in the last class, I said that gynoecium has ovary, style and stigma. Inside the ovary, there is ovule, and ovule contain embryo sac, and embryo sac contain egg. Now, what is fruit? Let us now discuss. Fruit, presence of fruit is characteristic to angiosperms. Only in angiosperms fruits are present. No in other plant group fruits are present. No fruits in gymnosperms, pteridophytes, bryophytes and algae. Fruits are present only in case of angiosperms. I have already given what is angiosperm. Angiosperm is nothing but plants with protected seeds. So where are these seeds are protected? They are protected by fruit wall. Okay, so these fruits usually formed after fertilization. After fertilization, the ovary becomes fruit. Ovary becomes fruit with fertilization. Understood? Now, this kind of fruits, you can call them as true fruits. True fruits. There are also cases where the ovary becomes a fruit without fertilization. Remember, without fertilization. Such fruits are called Parthenocarpic fruits. So what do you call them? Parthenocarpic fruits. If a fruit is formed without fertilization, it is called as parthenocarpic fruit. Now, this parthenocarpic fruits, they are seedless fruits. That means they lack seeds, because the fruit here is formed without fertilization. So there is no seeds at all here. We have so many examples for these parthenocarpic fruits. One of the best example is banana. You can also take grapes, etc. So in second year syllabus, you are going to know much more examples about these fruits in +2 syllabus. And some people may ask a doubt that banana, about banana. You know one thing, in banana, there are also some varieties which have seeds. Whatever now banana you are purchasing from the market, they are all hybrid plants and they are parthenocarpic fruit producing plants. Wild banana contain seeds. Similarly, normal wild grapes also contain seeds. So we have two varieties here. Okay, don't think that all grape plants are seedless. So there are seed bearing and seedless, both are there. So whatever the seedless grape that we are eating is all hybrid varieties. So they are artificially made into a parthenocarpic fruit. So there are methods like you can make a fruit, a ovary become parthenocarpic fruit by inducing some environmental conditions, or sometimes you can also spray some phytohormones to transform them into a seedless fruit. For example, take tomato. We have tomato with seeds and without seeds. Seedless tomato can be obtained by spraying with auxin. With what? Auxin. Auxin is a phytohormone. Similarly, grape also you can obtain, like seedless grape you can obtain by spraying with gibberellins. So like that we have so many variations here. So don't get confused in that. Now let us come back to true fruits. When it comes to the true fruits, the true fruit contain fruit wall plus seed. These two things you can see here. This fruit wall is also called pericarp. So what is the other name of fruit wall? Pericarp. So pericarp is the fruit wall. Understood? This pericarp may be dry in some cases or may be fleshy in some other cases. In some cases, pericarp is fleshy, and in some cases, pericarp is dry. Dry in the sense, once the fruit becomes mature, the pericarp becomes dry. Got it? Pericarp becomes dry once the fruit becomes mature. Such fruits are called as dry fruits. Such fruits are called dry fruits. Okay. So just I'll ask the technician to open our chart box because I wanted to know the examples for dry fruit. Oksari open cheyandi chart box. Just open chart box. Yeah, tell me now, what are the examples for dry fruits? It is open. Now you can type your answer. What are the examples for dry fruits? I am waiting for your reply. Papaya, almond, Aryan Sharan. Okay. Sujata, walnut. Okay. Rajani, almond, pista. Yeah. So this is what I want actually. Dry grapes. Okay. Cashew, badam, pista, almond. Oh. So many. Okay. Oh, you are also giving dates. Oh, that's great. So, lion date. So, who is this guy? Chandrasekhar Reddy is also giving trade name. That's great. So, almond, cashew, raisins. Yeah. Now you stop chat box. Close. Now stop giving messages. Anjeera. Okay. Fig, stop it. Pumpkin seeds. So, yeah. Now listen to me here. Whatever the examples that you gave, they are all not dry fruits. Be clear. Got it? Whatever the examples that you gave as a dry fruit, they are all not dry fruit. Got it? Is it clear for all of you? Remember. So the examples that you gave as dry fruits, these are all local, like the normal, the people who are not aware about scientific language, they use this terminology dry fruit for the examples for that you gave, like cashew nut, almond. These are all not dry fruits. They're all fleshy fruits. They're all fleshy fruits. Then what is dry fruit? Let me explain first. So there is a lot of difference. Okay, cashew nut is not a dry fruit. Dates is not a dry fruit. And whatever all the examples, whatever you gave, these are all not dry fruits. Understood? So this all generally we use the term for layman, like the people who really don't know about the scientific terminology. They use this term to pronounce or to communicate about the such kind of seeds or fruits. For example, you take cashew nut. Cashew nut, is it a fruit? No. Whatever the part that you are eating in cashew nut is a seed, not fruit. Almond, are you eating fruit? No, you are eating seed. Dates, you are eating fruit. Raisins, like grapes, dry grapes, is fruit. Okay, or pista, are you eating the fruit? No, seed. Understood? And one guy told about anjeera. It is lassi, I think so. Anjeera. Remember, all these are not dry fruits. Then what are dry fruits? Listen to me carefully. Dry fruit in the sense, the pericarp should become dry at maturity when still fruit is in contact with the plant. Still the fruit is in contact with the plant. Got it? Is it clear? Pericarp becomes dry at its maturity, like once the fruit become mature and fruit still in contact with the plant. Such fruits are called dry fruits. Now whatever the examples you gave, they are all shade dried or sun dried, like they are plucked up from the plant and they dried artificially by exposing either to the sunlight or by heating by artificial conditions. For example, anjeera. Have you seen fresh fig fruits? Fig. In Telugu it is called medipandu. Medipandu. Do you know, have you seen that fresh fruit? Fresh fruit is very fleshy. Of course, it is not at all a fruit. It is actually peduncle. That fig, whatever we are eating, is a peduncle. It is not a fruit. Okay? Inside the fig, small seed-like structures will be there. They are actually fruits. Of course, the fruits present inside that fig, that seed-like structures present inside the fig, is actually the fruit. It is a dry fruit. It is correct. But the fig, the whole fig, whatever you are consuming, is not a dry fruit. It is a peduncle. Okay, so that you have to be clear. Similarly, take the dates. Date fruit, it is dried. Either it is sun dried or it may be dried by using some artificial conditions. Okay, then what are these dry fruits? I said dry fruit is one where pericarp becomes dry at its maturity. Once the fruit becomes matured, the pericarp becomes dry. The best example for dry fruit, it is well known for you, is beans. Bean, mustard, groundnut, there are so many. These are the some important examples. So from here onwards, as you are a BPC student, particularly you are learning botany, so don't use this dry fruit for all kinds of the seeds that we are using and consuming in our daily days. Like cashew nut is not a dry fruit. People use this word as these seeds or fruits are consumed in dried form. Understood? They are consumed in dry form because you can store these seeds for a long time when they are dried. Or fig fruit, like fresh fig fruit, you cannot store for a long time. But if you dry it, either by sun drying or by artificial drying, you can store it for a long time. That is what the people are doing. Okay. So technically it is not correct to use this dry fruit term for almonds or cashew nut or dates or etc. etc. So what do you mean by dry fruits now? The pericarp becomes dry at the maturity of the fruit. That means when still fruit is in contact with the plant itself. But what you are doing for these dry fruits, whatever the technique, the dry fruits that you gave examples, you are picking that fruits from the plant or seeds from the plant and you are drying artificially. Understand? Which is sold to us. So that is not a dry fruit. Got it? So I think you are all clear about dry fruit and fleshy fruits. So be clear with this. Next, let us see about the fleshy fruits. So here, pericarp remains fleshy even at maturity. Even at the maturity of the fruit, the pericarp becomes fleshy, remains fleshy. Pericarp remains fleshy. Understood? So pericarp remains fleshy even at maturation of the fruit. So that is why it is called fleshy fruit. For example, now here the pericarp is well differentiated into three layers. One is epicarp, the second one is mesocarp, and third one is endocarp. Epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. These are the three layers that you can see with the fleshy fruits. Understood? Now let me take some examples for the fleshy fruits. We have so many examples for fleshy fruits. Fleshy fruits. One of the example is drupe. Drupe is one example for fleshy fruit. Let me tell what is drupe. Drupe is one which have stony endocarp. Stony endocarp. So the best example for drupes is mango and coconut. These two are the examples. Best example. If you take the mango, I think you are all well known about the mango fruit. So in mango, there is an outer layer which you people call it a skin of the fruit or peel of the fruit, right? This is nothing but epicarp. What is it? Epicarp. And below the epicarp, there is a fleshy region. Which we eat as a source of food, that is nothing but mesocarp. So here epicarp is leathery and mesocarp is fleshy, and this fleshy mesocarp is edible. Edible in the sense eatable. And inside the fleshy carp, there is a hard layer. In Telugu, it is called as tenka, isn't it? Inside the mango fruit, there is a hard, stony layer, which we used to call it as tenka. So, this is nothing but endocarp. So, this endocarp is stony here. What is it? Stony. And if you break this endocarp, inside you can see the seed. So, seed is present inside the endocarp. Got it? Is it clear for all of you? So, now this is endocarp. Now this is seed. This is what you can see with mango. Similarly, if you take coconut, if you take the coconut fruit, there is a green colored thin outer layer which is called epicarp. Inside this thin layer, you can find many fibrous region, like a fibrous region. So it is fibrous. Fibrous means it appears like fibers. Inside this thin green colored layer, there is a fibrous region. So this is actually mesocarp. So mesocarp is fibrous. Mesocarp is fibrous. And inside this mesocarp, now you can see a hard layer. It is nothing but endocarp. Now this endocarp is stony. This endocarp, usually we call it as coconut, like this coconut, we break it like while offering to the god, or even at home for while preparing the coconut related food products. We break this endocarp, and then if you break this endocarp, inside you can find a white colored kernel, isn't it? What? White colored kernel is present inside the endocarp. Now this is a white colored kernel. Now this is actually white kernel. We used to call it as coconut meat. Some people call it as coconut meat, isn't it? So this kernel itself is endosperm of seed, which is edible. Got it? Is it clear for all of you? Now tell me, so is pericarp of this coconut edible? Yes or no? No, because of course chat box is not opened here, so you cannot answer to my questions. So the pericarp is not edible here. Then what is edible? Edible part is this endosperm present inside the seed. If you break this coconut shell, that coconut shell, whatever you are breaking as an offering to the god or to make some food products at home, that shell is endocarp. The shell is stony. Similarly, the shell of this mango is also stony. That we call it as tenka in mango. So here also same, it is called tenka in Telugu. Okay, that's why in Telugu it is called tenkaya or kobbarikaya. So tenkaya means it has a shell which is hard and stony. So if you break it inside, you can find a white colored structure. So that we call it as coconut milk, and or you can also call it as kernel. What do you call it? Kernel. So this kernel is edible, and that is nothing but endosperm. So what is edible part in case of mango? In mango it is mesocarp. Mesocarp is edible. Understood? So this is what you can see with respect to fleshy fruits. Of course, there are still so many types of fleshy fruits are there. So we will discuss other examples in our offline classes. Next, let us discuss some more detail. Yeah, if you want to copy, take the screenshot. You can take screenshot of this page first, and then I'll keep the second file also. First, take the screenshot of this file. Yeah, next, take the screenshot of this file also. Okay, so I think it is completed. Now, let us see what is a seed. So seeds are present inside the fruit, we already discussed. The seed contain a seed coat and embryo. What are the structures present inside the seed? Seed coat and embryo. The seed coat may be present in one or two layers. How many layers? One or two layers. So actually the seed coat is formed from integuments. Integuments means protective covering integuments of ovule. So seed itself is formed after fertilization. After fertilization, ovule after fertilization becomes a seed. So here the pericarp is nothing but protective covering. Seed coat is nothing but it is the protective covering of the ovule. So this protective covering itself is called integument. Integument becomes a seed coat, and this seed coat may be present in one layer or two layers. So that differs from species to species. Next, when it comes to the embryo. So when you take the embryo, so the embryo contain an embryonal axis and one or two cotyledons. One or two cotyledons. For example, if it has two cotyledons, it is called dicotyledonous seed. And if the embryo has one cotyledon, it is called monocotyledonous seed. So already in our first class we discussed about dicotyledonous seed and monocotyledonous seed. Now this is embryonal axis and these are the cotyledons. Now this is one cotyledon and this is another cotyledon. Now what is this? This is plumule and this is radicle. Plumule and radicle. Now this whole structure from here to here is embryonal axis. Understood? And the portion present above this cotyledon is called epicotyle. What is it called? Epicotyle. And portion present below the cotyledon is called hypocotyle. Hypocotyle. Similarly, yeah, for example, for dicotyledonous seed, we have so many examples, like you can take bean, gram, groundnut, etc. Similarly, if you take monocotyledonous seed, it will also have a embryonal axis with a single cotyledon. How many cotyledons? One cotyledon. So in grasses, in case of grasses, the single cotyledon is called scutellum. What is it called? Scutellum. It is a shield-like cotyledon. So what is scutellum? Shield-like cotyledon. I am giving this with respect to the grasses, including rice, wheat, etc. Now here it also has a plumule and it also has a radicle. Plumule is covered by a protective covering called coleoptile. Coleoptile. Similarly, the radicle is covered first by a root cap. Here also root cap is present. Now this is root cap, and root cap in turn protected by coleorhiza. Coleorhiza. So this is, what are these coleoptile? What is it, this coleoptile? It's a protective covering around plumule, and this is protective covering around radicle. So now of course you can call this portion as epicotyle and this portion as hypocotyle, just like in monocot seed. And you can take example as grasses like rice, wheat, etc., etc. Are you clear? So these are the basic details. Actually there are so many other details are also there. So we have to discuss even about what is endosperm, how is it formed, and where is it present, whether it is present in all seeds or not. So many details are there. I am not going into that, such details, like I am not explaining all these details in elaboratedly. Just I am giving basic details. In our offline classes, we will discuss in detail about every topic. So now I will close this session with this, and I am asking the technician to open your chat box. You can ask your doubts and you can clarify it now. In the meantime, you can also take screenshot of this picture also. Yeah, chat box is open. You can ask me your doubts. You can ask me your doubts. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Pericarp is nothing but fruit wall. Urodostar. Pericarp is nothing but fruit wall. Is it clear? Fruit wall. Fruit wall is nothing but pericarp. So whatever the thing that you are eating in mango is nothing but pericarp. It is mesocarp. Pericarp again it is present in 3 layers in case of mango. Outer layer is epicarp, middle layer is mesocarp, and inner layer is endocarp. Yeah. Next. Protective covering that gives protection around plumule or radical. Okay, Venshita, that gives protection to the plumule or that gives protection to the radical. I think Balineni Veena is not sending. Can you explain again about integument? Integument we'll discuss when we discuss about the structure of ovule. Structure of ovule. Okay, now don't worry about the integuments, leave it. Yeah, Charanya, you can ask me now. Papaya fruit is a fleshy fruit. Sujata, papaya fruit is a fleshy fruit. Papaya fruit is a fleshy fruit, and inside the fruit there are seeds. Okay. Any more? Why groundnut plant has flowers upside? Oh, below the soil. Yes, Sheshu. It's a good question, as you are very enthusiastic to know about groundnut. Let me tell some details of this plant. Actually, in papaya, flowers are aerial, but once the pollination is completed or after fertilization process, the pedicel of the flower elongates and it grows into the soil and connected with the root system, so that this fertilized ovary transforms into fruit in the soil. This is what happens in papaya. Is it clear? Yeah. Is there any difference between mesoderm and mesocot? They are all not at all related to botany, Miss or Mr. I don't know. Mesoderm, mesocot, these are all related to zoology. You ask your zoology teacher. Why some papaya have no seeds? They are all hybrid. If anything, if any plant don't have seed, that may be parthenocarpic fruit. Yeah, watermelon seeds comes under watermelon. There are two kinds of watermelon are there. One is normal watermelon, it has seeds. There are also seedless watermelon. Watermelon fruit, not seed, watermelon fruit is a fleshy fruit. Understood? Coleorhiza, Chalapati Korra. Coleorhiza is a protective covering around the radical that gives protection to the radical. Chalapati Korra. Yeah. Parthenogenesis is different, man. Parthenogenesis is different. Parthenogenesis in the sense formation of embryo without fertilization. Here we are discussing formation of fruit without fertilization. Devishi Changala, sir, out. You can ask. Sir, maize seed coat is membranous and generally fuse with the fruit wall. Yes, you are right. Yes, you are right. You are right. Endosperm separates the embryo. Yes, alluron. Yeah, you are right, Miss Charanya. Absolutely correct. I think you have read already that information from NCERT book. That's great. My name is Kiranya. Oh, you told me almost many times you told, right? So I'm sorry that I'm not remembering your name. So from today onwards, I'll try to remember Miss Kiranya. Great. So where is your doubt, Charanya? I am not getting. So if almond, cashew are not dry fruits, what should we call them? They are just seeds, man. They are just seeds, edible seeds. Okay, they are not dry fruits. Yeah, next. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, I think so. Everyone is saying bye. Kiranya, by. So how fruits are hybrid? So if they are artificially made, we have a technique called hybridization procedure. So there is also some other techniques, like you can introduce that parthenocarpic genes into the plants, and there is also methodology like we can spray required hormones if you want to make a fruit into parthenocarpic. So there are so many methods. Okay, so there is a hybridization procedure. In the first year itself you are going to know, not first year, in the second year. So in the +2 book you are going to know. So there I will explain you like how this hybridization procedure is done. Please see W8. What does it mean? I am not able to see. Check. Okay. Okay. Netaji, bye. Now you can post it once again, Miss Chaitanya, like you are saying that you have a doubt. You can post it once again. What is scutellum? Scutellum is nothing but it is a shield-like cotyledon of monocots. Thin shield-like cotyledon. Satyasri. Tissue culture is different and layering procedure is different. Yeah, fruits were attached to the fruit, and above hilum is a small pore called micropyle, right sir? Yes, you are right. So these are all the things you are going to know in our offline classes. I am not going into details of all those things, because if I go on explaining every structure in detail, then I may complete only like one chapter in this whole month. Okay, so this preparation, like this program, is meant for to make you familiar with only basic terminology. Okay, so we'll discuss, don't worry. In our offline classes, we'll discuss every detail. Whatever you are asking, all the details will be taught in your offline classes. That's all. Thank you and we'll continue our class tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Stop this.